home practice yogis and yoginis. My name is Jin. I'm happy to be joining Jamie for our Flow into Summer challenge. She's provided us with a lovely flow today for our neck health, and I just wanted to add a little bit of alignment for your neck specifically. So this isn't necessarily flow for you to add to your practice today. Jamie's providing us the practice. I'm just giving you general anatomical alignment tips for our different body parts that you can keep in mind as you go through your flow, but also, and maybe just as importantly, that you can keep in mind as you go through your life. So I'm going to turn sideways for this one just so you guys can see my neck. I don't usually do that, but just so you guys can see. So turn sideways and hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. So with your head and your neck, our tendency, and this is a societal tendency, it's not a personal tendency, but us as a society, we're doing everything forward, we're acting forward, and we have this tendency to hold our heads forward, because that's what we're doing. We're playing on our phones, we're driving our cars, we're doing these things and we hold our heads forward. This puts a lot of pressure on our necks and a lot of pressure on our shoulders, and it's not the best for us. Ideally, our head wants to be right over top of our whole spine. And so when we think about this and we're thinking about making this alignment, I like to think in energy loops and spirals in our body, and I'll be talking about those as we go through our alignments in this Flow into Summer challenge. But specifically for our neck alignment, we talk about something called skull loop. If you want to look up more about these loops and spirals, you can Google Anusara Yoga alignments. That's where they come from. But this skull loop talks about how our neck and how our neck should be aligned and how we should be carrying our head. So skull loop is just this energetic loop that goes up the back of your spine, so through the base really of your throat and the top of your throat, inside your head there. It comes up through there, over the back of your head, down the front of your face, and just makes this little loop here. And when you think about the energy of that loop, it's kind of like if your chin was a drawer and you could just slide it into place. So it makes the crown of your head reach straight up towards the sky and keeps your head right there over your neck. So we're not doing our societal tendency of bringing our head forward. Our head is right there over our neck. Important too is that we want to have this cervical curve in our neck. We don't want it to be over exaggerated, of course, but we don't want to flatten it out completely. So this would be overuse of our skull loop, tucking our chin too far and flattening out this back space of our neck. If you watch Jamie's video real briefly when she lays down into Shavasana, you can see really nicely with her back supported by the ground. When she lays into Shavasana, her chin is pointed nice and straight up towards the sky, but if you look just above her shoulder, you can see this little tunnel that she has there with her neck and the very back of her head on the ground. And that's what you want. You want this little nice even curve in your neck with your head situated right over your spine. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you all enjoy thinking about these alignments as we go through our practice. And I know, of course, that you'll enjoy this magical flow that Jamie is making for us, and I'm looking forward to flowing into summer with you all. I will see you again tomorrow with more alignment tips. Aloha.